Hello everyone, welcome to Physics Wala. My name is Rubena Talwar and in today's video we are going to discuss tenses. These tenses video is specifically for class 9 student, and if you want to know the cracks of that you can also watch class 10 because the concept of the tenses would remain the same, the explanation will vary as per the standards. So class 9 student, I am telling you the detailed version of the tenses, but along with that there is a bookish language which is written, we have to understand the same. Fine. So what do you mean by the tenses? The introduction part we are going to discuss along with the present, past and future tense, along with some example, along with some MCQs and the exercise 1. So in this video we are going to watch every concept of the tenses along with the detailed explanation. Do watch the video and give me any suggestion if you want to give me in the comment section. Along with, if you still have the doubt after watching the video, then do comment me. I'm ready to solve. Fine. So let us see. So the first thing I am discussing, that is the introduction one, that is the blank one. Why? Because we are discussing face to face along with the example. So tell me, what do you mean by tenses? If I am getting one question and I'm asking from you that what do you mean by tenses, then what will be your answer? Ma'am, tenses means a sentence that is spoken, and in that sentence a verb is given, and ma'am in that sentence we are able to understand which are the timings the particular action has been done. So I think so tenses means that those sentences which are telling at which time which work is done. And if you are telling me the same answer, then you are perfectly right. So how you are perfectly right and not perfectly wrong? Let us read with example. For example, I am saying you that tenses has the two parameter, that is time and work. Fine. The tenses are two parameter, that has time, and the second one is work. So work means the verb. Work means the verb, right? How we will express the work? I am asking you, work means kya hota hai? You are saying that work means the action which we are doing. That is perfectly fine. So work means the actional verb, or you can say the some word that are helping to that. That is helping verbs. So work can be defined as the work. Fine. Work has been defined as verb. So verb are of two parameters, beta. That is, if we are saying, that is primary auxiliary. Okay. And that is modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary means that these are coming to the tenses and these are referred to as modals. Modals are like the verb that has been derived from the word mood. Fine. For example, like can, could, etc. Fine. So these are modal auxiliary. Now work can be what? That can be main verbs. Main verbs. Main verbs can be like the actional verbs. Main verb can be the actional verbs, and the primary auxiliary या modal auxiliary that are coming under the head, that is helping verbs. That is helping verbs. Fine. Now the primary means these are coming under the tenses one. So this can be do, does, did, is, am, are. Fine. These can be another verbs like was, were. So these are what? These are the primarily auxiliary verb. Fine. Clear? So the tenses has the two parameter, that is time, and second one is verb. Verb can be the helping verbs and the verb can be the main verbs. Main verbs means the actional verb, and the helping verb has the two parameter, that is primary, that is coming under the tenses, and modal auxiliary, that is coming under the modal verbs. So for this we will be having the separate lecture. Fine. Separate lecture for this thing. Now time. could you tell me anything about time? Ma'am, time means समय. तो समय तो तीन टाइप का ही होता है, right? तो time means, like for example, the action has been done in the present time, past time or future time, right? So time can be of the three terms. What are the three terms? That is present, past and the future. Present, past and the future. So verb can be helping and main verbs. So what kind of verb we have to use that it is a helping verb, it is a main verb, right? So how can you define the verb? Ma'am, see, if we are doing some work, it means we are sure about it. If we are not sure about it, if that is doing on the continuous basis and that is doing on the continuous time basis. So verb, if we are considering the verb can be like, it can be the indefinite one. Fine. It can be the continuous one. It can be of what? Perfect one. It can be of perfect continuous. So these four types of verbs, these four type of work will be defined on the English basis of verb, and that verb can be the main verb and the helping verb. So these four types of work is generally in these three timing. So three timings, that is present, past, future, and these are four. Fine. So the total will be like 12 types of tenses. 12 types of tenses. Fine. Now I'm going to discuss in the detail. This is the overview of the chapter. I'm saying you this is just an introduction. Now the basic things which we have done till now, that is about the sentences, right? See, till basics we have done about the tenses, right? Sentences. Now by the time if we are in class 9, we have done the particular type of like tenses, that is the first one will be the declarative one, or you can say assertive one. The second one may be imperative. The third one may be interrogative. And the fourth one may be exclamatory. Fine. Till 8th class, we have done these type of sentences. But in the tense basis, if we are saying that are solely dependent on tenses, fine. These are solely dependent on tenses. We can say we are generally dealing with the declarative, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory, but that will be like we are discussing for the simple one. We are discussing for the simple one. For example, if we are writing any sentence, we are doing with subject plus helping verb plus main verb plus object. Right? Then we are doing like, okay, there is a negative plus helping verb plus not plus main verb plus object. If we are doing about helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object and question mark. We are doing like WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object and question mark. Right? So little bit it is like, should I write it again? That is WH plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object and question mark. So in the tenses video, we are seeing that we are generally focusing on these type of sentences. How? Ma'am, what we mean by this? Please give the example. For example, okay. Like, I am going tonight. I'm going tonight. I am not going tonight. Right? Am I going tonight? Am I going tonight? Why am I going tonight? Why I am going tonight? So these are some examples. Fine. These are some examples. So do tell me one thing about the same. I am going tonight means मैं आज जा रहा हूँ. So I here is refer to the subject. Fine. This is the helping verb. This is the main verb. And this is the object. For example, I am saying you, I am going tonight. I is the subject, am is the helping verb, going is this, tonight, this is the like aaj raat ko. So this is the object one. So do tell me that this is a simple sentence. This is a simple sentence, yes or no? Yes. So do you understand one concept like I am going tonight? Here it means this sentence is totally affirmative. Affirmative yani ki this is the positive sentence. This is a simple positive sentence. Fine. If subject plus helping verb plus not plus main verb plus object. Since here not is here, so we can say that this is a negative sentence. This is a negative sentence. Now, helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus object. Am I going tonight? It means the answer you have to give is in the form of yes or no. So this is interrogative one. This is interrogative one. Interrogative sentences mean the question mark is at the end of the sentence and it is starting with the helping verb, and in that you have to give the answer only in a form of yes or no. So this is an interrogative one. Now, why I am going tonight, it means you have to give me the reasons for the same. It means you have to give me the reason for the same, and if I have to give the reason, it means that is double. If I'm saying you yes, then I have to give the answer, and if I'm saying you no, then I have to give the answer. So it means double work is here, double work is there, and here interrogative mark is also present. It means I have to tell yes or no, but I have to give the reason for the same. So if I have to give the reason for the same, it means these sentences are called double interrogative. It means these are called double interrogative. Fine. So for example, this is only a part of a tense base. Fine. It is a part of a tense base that I am talking about here, continuous one. It means these type of sentences can come in any type of sentence, in any type of tense, sorry. So it means in if we are discussing about the tenses, we have to discuss about these type of sentences, not these type of sentences, because we are going to discuss this in the reported speech or active or passive form. So if we are discussing in the tenses, it means we have to write the mode of helping verb and main verb. We have to see the editing and omission. So therefore, we are going to discuss the same thing. Fine. Got the answer? Got the answer? Fine. So now, I'm talking about the tense chart. I'm talking about the tense chart. And if we are discussing about the tense chart, it means we have to go through every type of what? Helping verb and main verb. Oops. Okay, so let us see the tense chart. See, there are 4 types of tenses. 4 type of tenses in a particular head. For example, I am talking about there is a kind of present, there is a kind of past, and there is a kind of future. First of all, divide the tenses as per the time. Fine. You have to discuss about with the time, and then you have to divide the tenses on the basis of work. The time is present, past, and future. The time is present, past, and future. So the verb, for example, I am talking about present indefinite. It means that is not sure. Not sure. If I am talking about continuous, it means it is the progressive tense. Means chal raha hai. Fine. Perfect, it means you are definitely sure about it, and it is a progressive with the time given. With the time given. Okay? With the time given. Fine. So, if we have to discuss, for example, in present, there may be some work that are not sure. There may be the work that are progressive. Fine. There may be the work that is sure. There may be with the time mentioned progressive. Could you explain me about more about present perfect continuous? I haven't explained these three as well. So how could I explain this? Wait, do watch the video. Now the same thing can happen here, can happen here. The same thing can happen here, can happen here. The same thing can happen here, can happen here. The same thing can be happening. So therefore it is of 12 types of tenses. Fine. So let us see. See, when we are discussing about present indefinite, that is in present indefinite, it is in the present tense, but the work is not sure. So here the hidden verb is do or does. Why it is written hidden in verb? Do or does. Do or does. Why it is written here? For example, there is an affirmative sentence. For example, there is an affirmative sentence. Fine. I'm talking about I go to I go to school. I go to school. Here, helping verb is not mentioned. That is why hidden verb do does. Why? Because if I'm saying you, I don't go to school. I don't go to school. It means in negative sentence, helping verb is mentioned. Helping verb is mentioned. So, if we are talking about hidden in verb do or does, it means that in present indefinite only, we don't have to write. Actually, you will see that in past also we are doing the same thing. So I am writing past or present के indefinite tense में helping verb नहीं लगता है. Why? Because we are writing about the thing that is not sure to us. Only in present and past of indefinite. And the main thing is, like I am writing in the box, I am giving you the star for the same. Fine. I am writing the star in the star section that helping verb नहीं लगेगा. कहाँ पर? Indefinite affirmative sentence. Means indefinite sentence, but it should be affirmative. Fine. And it will be required in present and past. It will be required in present and past. Fine. So helping verb is do and does. The form of verb is first form plus SCR-ES. Now, main verb first form plus, or you can say, write it like main verb first form or main verb fifth form. Main verb fifth form यानी कि main verb first form plus S or ES. How we are writing main verb first form? See, if I am saying I go to school, it is correct. But if I am saying he go to school, he go to school, is this sentence is correct? No, this sentence is not correct. Why? He here goes will be replaced by goes. That will be fifth form. Why? The reason is, if the subject is, I'm saying you, if the subject is singular, plus if it is a third person, then we have to write main verb fifth form. Fine. Now, the next thing is present continuous, that is the progressive tense. It means is MR. How we are writing is MR? Is with the subject that is singular, I am, and here subject will be plural. Here the first main verb fourth form, that is main verb first form plus ing. Right? first form plus ing, or main verb fourth form, that is first form plus ing. Perfect, has or have, we have to write I with have, fine, has with singular, have with plural, fine, and here it will be like main verb third form. Now perfect continuous, it means has been, have been, singular, plural. The third here it will be main verb fourth form, first form plus ing, that is the present. Now could we have the example first? Yes, we should understand the example first, and then we will go with the past and future. So first of all, let us discuss about simple present tense, or you can say present present indefinite. Fine. So what do you mean by present indefinite? So it describes an action representing habits or general truth. So where do we use the present indefinite tense? Where we use generally present indefinite tense when a general truth or habitual action or routine is mentioned. Fine. Now it describes a future event as a part of plan arrangement. So sometimes it describes the event as a part of arrangement. Means in present we are discussing about the future. Fine. So helping verb do or does, main verb first form, that is singular subject, and ses in the verb. So main verb, that is first form. Now for example, I have talked about affirmative, negative, interrogative and interrogative negative, but double interrogative you have to write. I am saying you helping verb here means do or does. Main verb remains main verb first form. But by the time we have done helping verb will not be in the affirmative sentence. Will not be in the affirmative sentence. So that is why here written Ram plays hockey. Ram plays hockey. Here Ram is what? Third person. Ram is a third person. We are talking about third person as well as singular. So that is why we have written here main verb fifth form. Ram plays hockey. Negative, Ram doesn't play hockey. Ram here it is a singular, so we have to write does. If it will be plural, we have to write do. But with I, we have to write do. Right? So Ram doesn't play hockey. If we are talking about interrogative one, does Ram play hockey? If we are talking about interrogative, does Ram not play hockey? What will be the double interrogative? Here double interrogative means WH family is written. WH family means what, where, when, whom, how much, how many, etc. Fine. So if we have to convert, so I am saying, for example, I have taken any other word. Why does, for example, I have written, why does Ram play hockey? Why does Ram play hockey? So here it is like, for example, we have to give the reasons for the same. We have to give the reason for the same. So that is why they are double interrogative. Now read more examples of simple present tense. For example, he cuts tree, because here it is a third person. Fine. He doesn't cut trees. Now the interrogative one will be does he cut trees and does he not cut trees. Now double interrogative can be, if I am saying you, we have to write here double interrogative. Okay. Okay. So we have to consider here double interrogative. Okay. You double interrogative in some books, beta, it is also written WH questions. Fine. So don't be confused with the WH question. Ma'am ने तो पढ़ाया ही नहीं था. हाँ? So double interrogative, for example, we have to write, we can use WH word. For example, where does he cut trees. If someone is saying, ma'am, double interrogative negative, okay, you can say, where does he not cut trees? Fine. Now, the another example. Ram writes letter. Ram doesn't write letter. Ram writes letter. Ram doesn't write letter. Does Ram not write letter? For example, I'm saying you main verb fifth form only comes in affirmative sentence, right? Only in affirmative sentence. So that is why if you are saying that if with the third person we have to write main verb fifth form, but that will be only in affirmative sentence. Now, here we can say, for example, when does Ram write letter? Where does Ram write letter? So this can be the double interrogative one. Clear with the concept? Okay. Now, I read novel. Doesn't or do. I do not read novels. Do I read novel? Do I not read novel? Because with I we have to write the do, and in the comment section write double interrogative one. Write double interrogative sentence. This will be in the comment section. Fine. You have to write the example in the comment section. Fine. Now the next thing. Where to use simple present tense? Where to use? Universal truth, habitual action, or almost permanent or regular activities. We can write with the universal truth, we can write with the habitual, and we can write almost permanent or regular activities, routine work. So everything is correct. So the answer is universal, habitual action, and permanent. So all are correct one. Fine. Now, universal truth means which is related to the regardless of time and space. Means, for example, honesty is the best policy. Earth revolves around the sun. So these are like universal. So we can say in a journal statement that is present simple tense. Habitual action means someone usually done or has. Right? For example, I get up at 5 p.m. every day. Now every day or regular word is written, that is present indefinite. I write novels, so I am talking about myself, that is a simple tense. Fine. Now, almost permanent or regular activities, the words like normally, sometime, occasionally, never, hardly ever, always, frequently. So these are the words which we are saying that is based on like present indefinite one. Fine. Now, let's see some example. The moon revolves around the earth. She goes in the school daily. Shruti prepares milk every day. Reena does exercise daily. We dash with our eyes. We cry. We weeps. Fine. Some people beautiful. So this is your homework. You have to write it in the comment section, or you can tell me with the help of app. So here are the examples. Here are the answer. But these will be remaining the worksheet of the today. Fine. So I have done 1 or 2 for you, that is revolves. Next, you have to do it yourself. Now, present continuous tense. It means that is the progressive. Fine. It describes an action going on at the time of speaking. Mean progressive hai. For example, I am teaching English. Fine. It expresses temporary action which may not be happening at the last time of speaking. Fine. The helping verb is with the singular subject, am with I, are with the plural subject. And the form of verb will be main verb first form plus ing, or you can say main verb fourth form. So it is describing the action that has been progressive at the time of speaking. If I'm saying you, I'm teaching English, it means I'm teaching you English, right? Now, example, for example, I am playing, I'm not playing. Am I playing? Am I not playing? Because with I, we are saying that M is coming. Fine. And if you want to complete with the double interrogator, so what you are going to say? What you are going to say? For example, why am I playing? Why am I playing? So this will be your double interrogative. This will be your double interrogative. So where to use present continuous? The question will be, you have to write the first answer, that is in the immediate present. Present, I'm teaching. Whatever happening at the time of speaking or writing. For example, like expression right now, at this moment, still, and now. So if these expressions are mentioned, we are going to say that it is a present continuous one. Children are playing at this moment. So at this moment, children are playing, it will be the present continuous one. Now, the second thing, if I am saying you, that will be journal present, like these days, nowadays, today's, present, etc. If the words are given like these days, we are studying with, we are coping up with the subject syllabus. Today he is working in the shop. So today we are talking about, and the action is going on. That is in the progressive one. Then present continuous will be used. Next, future planning or arrangement. For example, he is seeing the doctor this evening. He is seeing the doctor means he is going to consult with the doctor, right? So he is going to consult with the doctor. It means keep future continuous. But if we are continuing with the present, so we can consider the sentences like he is seeing the doctor this evening. So let's some have examples. For example, all of the students are sitting and talking. In my class, everyone do this. Okay, most of the students are doing well here. His brother is sleeping at present. I'm going to Bhopal next week. Now see the next week. It is a future planning. But this says I am going to Bhopal. So it means that it is a present continuous. Your actions are like in the progressive terms. That means you are going. Now not you are going, but you are going next week. So this is a progressive one. So future arrangement, in the future arrangement, we also use present continuous one. Clear? Now, difference between simple present and present continuous. What is the difference? Major difference. For example, he usually sits in the first row, but today he's sitting in the last row. Usually, he sits in the first row. He, here is a third person, so that is why sits written in the first row. But today means abhi. Okay, he is sitting in the last row. So what usually happens is a present, simple present. Usually it is happening. Which unusually happen, it is a present continuous. So usually the things is happening, it means a simple sentence. It is coming in the present, but usually this is like usually. So simple present, and unusually that is the present continuous one. Now example, more example, the PM leaves now for the USA tomorrow. So leaves, it is a simple present. Normal hai, PM hai, but we are leaving for Delhi tomorrow. It is unusual thing for us. We are leaving too. Fine. So official timetable, future plan, simple present. And if we are saying present personal future plan, so we are saying present continuous. Official, so simple, and unofficial, so we are saying like we are making the plan. That will be the present continuous one. Now, he is writing a novel. He is writing a novel. He writes a novel. He is writing a novel. Professional terms, simple present, and personal terms, present continuous. He always gives a list. The is always giving us lists. So we can say he is always giving us lists. So here we are saying you like negative habit, present continuous, positive habits, simple present. So which is unusual, which is not happening normally, fine. Which is on the professional term, official terms we are using with the simple present, and unofficial terms we are using with present continuous. Now example, I know you. He here at this moment. Example देखना. I know you. Fine. He here at this moment. Mango taste sour. Now see, these are what? object. We are talking about mango. He, this is the third person, so that is why main verb fifth form is written, because it is a singular. So now verb can be the stative verb, that is the involuntary action, and the verb can be the dynamic verb, that can be the voluntary action. Voluntary means you are doing yourself. Involuntary means you are forced to do the same. Stative verb can be used in the continuous tense. Dynamic verb can be used in the continuous, with the continuous. So stative can be used in a continuous, and dynamic can be used with the continuous. So voluntary means that you are doing something yourself. Involuntary, it means you have to do it with the professional terms. Now see the example. For example, stative verb means simple present, and dynamic verb can be simple present or present continuous. Example of stative verb. Stative means voluntary. Involuntary means see, feel. Actually, this is like you are not doing by yourself. It is happening. For example, I am watching. मैं देखना नहीं चाह रही हूँ, लेकिन देख रही हूँ, because I can watch. Fine. Seem, look, appear, think, believe. So we can say the feeling words, that is the stative verb. What do you mean by stative verb? That is the feeling. For example, there is a water bottle, and in front of you, if I am drinking, the taste of water. The taste of water is bland. So the taste, it is like natural. Fine. Involuntary. You are not doing the effort. You are getting it. So let's have some example. For example, like the commissioner goes. Only the wearer knows. Presently, he is working. At this moment, we are doing. So around the area once in the 4 miles. So look at the example. Half we have read, half you have to read. The commissioner goes around the area. That is the simple present. Professional activity. This is the professional activity. Only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. So this is also professional. Presently, he is working at the journal manager as well as known as MNC. So we are talking about unofficially. Fine. At this moment, we are doing the exercises on tenses. So this is like journal thing. Professionally not. This is a journal thing. Teacher, student, we are doing about the tenses one. Now present perfect tenses. Now it expresses past action which is not definite by the tense of occurrence. Perfect means, present perfect means abhi abhi khatam hua hai. Recently the task has been finished. For example, we have completed what? Present indefinite one. So present indefinite completion, that is abhi abhi hua hai, in the same video. So we are saying has or have. I is utilized by have. Fine. And main verb third form. Fine. Examples. I have seen the Taj Mahal. It means it is sure about it. The work has been sure about it that I have seen the Taj Mahal. Negative. I have not seen the Taj Mahal. Have I seen the Taj Mahal? Have I not seen the Taj Mahal? Why have I watched? Why have I seen the Taj Mahal? So this can be the case. Affirmative. We have read it. We have not read it. Have we read it? Have we not read it? So this is what the examples. Write the double interrogative for sure. The comment section. Now, short questions which can come on this topic is where to use present perfect tense. To tell. It means the first thing to express an action that has been completed but whose effect is continuous. Right? I have taken my lunch. I have taken my lunch. To express action completely recently. To express action completely completed recently. Completely recently. For example, I have just received it. Means abhi mila hai letter. We have already decided to do this work. Means we have already decided, okay, I'm going to complete. Fine. I'm going to complete the tense video. So that is recently completed. Now, yes, the words which can be said like recently. We can say like yet, as, yet, already, just now, so far, since, ever, since. Now, the third thing where we are using present perfect tenses to express action started in the past and continues up to the present. I'm saying you that has been recently completed, and from the past it was in the progressive terms, and now it has been completed in the present one. Fine. For example, I have worked in this college for 10 years. 10 years. It means from the past. I have worked. From the past, I was in the progressive terms to work. Clear? Now, next, let's see more example for the same. He has been busy for the last 5 days. I have not gone to Delhi for many months. I've already finished the work. Means abhi hali mein hua hai. Now, he has finished his work. He has not yet eaten. He has not yet eaten. Or you can say he has not eaten yet. So the word yet, already, is defining us that a work has been completed. Right. Done with this? Okay. Now, common errors which is there, which is incorrect. Which is incorrect? First of all, let us see. I have gone to Delhi. You have gone to Delhi. We have gone to Delhi. All. Hmm? Ma'am. So, I have been to Delhi is the correct one. I have been to the Delhi is the correct one. So, ma'am, gone, little bit confusion we are getting here. Little bit confusion we are getting here. That is this gone. How this gone is incomplete. See, we do not use go verb with the first and the second person as a subject together in a present perfect tense. I have been to Delhi. I have gone to Delhi. No. We generally pronounce the same. We generally communicate the same. But with the first and second person, we never use go. Fine. In the perfect tense. So here it is. I have been Delhi is the correct one. So every here is the wrong one. So D option will be the correct one. Now, question, I have lost my pen. Please help me. The train has arrived. It's time to leave. So, time expressions lately. Now, he has just arrived. The police have arrested 10 persons so far. He has this already applied for the post. He has not returned home yet. So, which is incorrect? Is incorrect? This is the first time I have done it. This is the only time we have helped them. And this is the last time I have done it. None. So, we do not use present perfect tense with this is the last. So, we never use in the present perfect with this. So, which was is incorrect. So, that is done. Yeah. So, here it is like we have used what? Main verb third form. We have used here main verb third form. We have used main verb third form. We have used main verb third term. Now, present perfect continuous. What do you mean by present perfect continuous? See, the first thing is present tense. The second one is present perfect tense. Third, continuous. Now, fourth is continuous with present perfect continuous. It means here time has been mentioned and the term is in the progressive one. How this time? Time, ma'am, in time, like it is present, past, or future. But if I am talking about time, it can be the definite time, or this can be the period of time. Fine. For that, we have to use since or for. Since is refer to the period of time. For is used for, sorry, for is used for period of time. Since is used for point of time. Fine. For example, if we are saying 10 minutes, 8 hours, I'm saying 10 minutes, 2 hours, Fine. 4 days. So here if we are mentioning this, we don't know that is the period of time. Period of time, number plus time word. If I'm talking about point, that is 8 o'clock. I'm talking on Monday. I'm talking like, for example, afternoon, night, afternoon, evening, you can say. If the word is coming last, we have to use it. If I'm talking about April, I'm talking about May, we have to use point of time. The thing is, it has been very simple. That is, you have to use subject, you have to use helping verb, you have to use main verb, you have to use object, then you have to write since or for along with the timings, along with the time. And here it is written main verb fourth form, that is the helping verb, and has or have, plus you have to write been. This will be the main verb and helping verb. Fine. So since point of time and for period of time, we have to use the words. Fine. Now, simple past tense. That was simple, and this is the simple past tense. So let us see one more thing for the same. We have done it, right? Okay. Now I'm coming to the tense chart, that is past. In the past also I am saying you that the verb can be like these forms only, like past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Now past perfect, if we are talking about past perfect continuous, it means here also the same thing, that is not sure. Fine. Here progressive. Here if I am talking about, that is perfect, that is sure. And here progressive with the time given. Fine. Now why it is hidden? Because we have seen in the affirmative sentence, helping verb is not written. Fine. Now what will be the form of main verbs? That will be main verb second form, main verb fourth form, main verb third form, and main verb fourth form. So these we have to consider. Right? Now let us go along with the explanation. Right? Let us go along with the explanation. Now see, simple past, it means the helping verb will be did and the main verb will be main verb first form. For example, it can be used with or without adverb of time. It means simple hai, past mein hai, and it is telling the past routine and past schedule. I saw the Taj Mahal in the 2017. So we have to use main verb second form only in the affirmative sentence. Only in the affirmative sentence we have to use main verb, otherwise main verb first form. So he didn't see the Taj Mahal. See, it is a negative, helping verb is there, so that is why main verb first form. Now interrogated, did he see the Taj Mahal in 2017? Now did he not see the Taj Mahal in 2017? Now if it will be the double interrogative, you have to write the word why, where, and when, then it will be clear. So where we are using simple past tense, first of all we are using to describe the past activity. What we are using? We are using to describe the past activity. We read it yesterday. Now simple thing is, like if it is an interrogative sentence, we have to use with the main verb second form. If it is a past habit, he visited us on Sunday, positive sentence hai, affirmative hai, main verb second form. Now time expression, ago, last time, just now, recently, the other days. These are some words with which you can use simple present tense. Now which is incorrect? If we are saying we have seen a movie recently, we saw a movie recently. Now we have seen a movie lately, we saw a movie lately. So if we are talking about lately, it will be present perfect with present perfect. Lately positive sentence hai, present hai. Recently, it means past or past perfect. So here this is the incorrect one. Right? So he had just entered the room. So if we are talking about, this is of present perfect. Fine. So that is why it is incorrect, because these all are of past simple. Now, he had just entered the room, because it was past. So that is why here main verb second form. He entered the room just now. Abhi ke abhi. So just means simple present perfect tense. Now just means the right now simple past tense. So here just means simple present perfect. So here not, you can say enter, entered, entered. So don't be confused, right? So here if you are thinking this is the main verb second form which I told you, no, this is third form, and here it is main verb second form. Fine. If I am telling you again, it means just means that it is a perfect one. Just now means it is a simple past tense. Just now. Just means perfect. Just now, past. Simple past. Fine. Now, we have to see the example. You have to write this as a homework activity. Now, Pinky dashed to Allahabad last year. Go, goes, or gone. We can say main verb second form. Pinky went to Allahabad last year. Fine. Now, if you are talking about why I haven't written go or gone, because gone here referred to the perfect one, and this is the main verb third form. But what we are talking about, we were talking about simple past. Fine. So I have done one example, other your homework. Now, past continuous. Past continuous means in the past anything was progressive. Anything was progressive, right? So was singular, were plural. Fine. So here main verb first form plus ing, it is like main verb fourth form. Fine. So a work is going on, and the action B happened. Now, a action past continuous, B action that is a simple past. So first action is that is going on in the past, that is the past continuous, and the action happened, that will be the past perfect one. Okay, any action that was going on, that is a action that is in the progressive term. For example, she was playing the guitar, she was not playing the guitar. Was she playing the guitar? Was she not playing the guitar? If I'm saying why was she playing the guitar? So here, as this is the singular one, we have written was. If she is replaced by they, we will be writing were. Now, I was washing my hand, she was working in the lawn, while Ram was singing, Renu was dancing. Now, point of time, simple past. Period of time, past continuous. Point of time, simple past. And if that period of time and point of time is mentioned in the sentence, that will be perfect continuous. Simple past means some point of time we are discussing in the past. Past continuous means a period is going on in the past activity. But in the time, if it is written with the time mentioned, like 5 p.m., 4 hours, that will be perfect continuous. Right? Now, I'm solving one example and you have to do another. So when I, because I'm taking the example, when I came in, the cat was sitting in my chair. When I came in, it means in the past, you talked about something and the cat was sitting in my chair. That is past continuous. When I came in, so this is the plot you are creating, right? So you are talking about a point. When I came in, so this is the past simple. So past simple is always with past continuous, right? Now, Past perfect. Past perfect describe a completed action of the past that happened before any other event took place. Past में कोई काम हुआ है, perfectly हो गया है, and it happened before any action has been started. ठीक है? Now, helping verb will be had and main verb, third form. So, we do not use the, where do we not use past perfect? Past perfect for a single isolated action. For example, I had eaten a mango few hours ago. Oops, that is very wrong. I ate the mango few hours ago. So if it is an isolated action means single action. If I'm talking about myself, which I have completed, it means that my work has to be done in the simple past, because I'm talking about myself, a voluntary action, a single action. That is only the, what we are saying, we are talking about ourselves, and that can be simple. It can be the part of the daily routine. And if it is a part of a daily routine, it means we have to write the simple one. Now, the first action started in the past, happened before the other action took place. So we have used had as a helping verb plus main verb, third form. Now, second, when the first action ends. Second action is when the first action ends, we have to use main verb, second form. Simple. Now got it? If we are talking about an action, isolated action, we are using simple because we are talking about a particular thing. But if we are talking that after first action ends, right? And when then we are using with the what? An action started in the past, happened before the other action. The first thing is this, and the plot which has been created will be the simple one. The train leave the station before I reached there. Before I reached there. Means the action, the first action ends. So what you are going to write? The train had left the station before I reached there. Before I reached there. Now, before I reached there, you can say this is the second action. The first action was always in the perfect one. The train had left. Now the second action was after completion of the first action, that is simple. That only I am talking now. The second action, when the first starts, when the first action ends, means before I reach there, means this, it is the second one. The first action is this, and the first action will be in the perfect one. Fine. Now, before the doctor arrived, the patient had died. Why? Because this was the first one. Now the patient after the doctor arrived. Now the first one is the doctor has arrived first. The doctor arrived. The doctor arrived. The patient, what you can write? The patient died. And here arrives because we are talking about the third person. Simple. No, it will be by it will be arrived only. Why? Because it is a simple one. Okay, I've talked about the simple present. Now, past perfect continuous, something which is happening in the past continued along with the time mentioned, whether it is a period of time, whether it is a point of time. For example, had been and since or for plus time. So when I reached home, जब मैं घर पहुंचा, Priya had been sleeping. So Priya was sleeping, the first action, for half an hour. For half an hour means half an hour here refer to the period of time. Fine. When I entered the class, the teacher had been teaching for an hour. So she had known him for 2 years when they got married. So when they got married, the first action was this one, perfect one. She had known him for 2 years, and the first action was simple. So they got married. So that is why here main verb second. That is why main verb second form. Fine. Now, where to use past perfect tense? The question can be, An action started in the past that happened before the other action took place had plus main verb third form. And when the first action ends, we have to use main verb second form. Where we have to use past perfect tense. We have discussed this already. Discussed. Cleared. Fine. So we have discussed this. You can read this. Why I'm writing it? Read again. You can pause the video. You can read this again. Fine. So that is why I repeated. Okay. Past perfect tense, we have done this also. And I hope you don't have the problem with this. Fine. Till here we have done that action that has been happened in the past, but a particular time has been mentioned. Now the future tense. This is the last tense. Right? The future tense. Now read this future tense. Read the future tense. That is the tense name. Future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So if we are talking about like future indefinite, that is not sure. Going on, that is sure. That is past perfect, that is going on with the limited time. Right? Now, if we are talking about this, so future tense. See, the future can be expressed in several ways in English. Here are different possibilities. For example, future simple, future simple, and future progressive. Now the helping verb is shall and will. Shall and will. Shall is used with the first person. First person. Okay. And will is used with the second and third person. Fine. So I and we have to use shall. Okay. And with will, with you, he, she, it, we have to use will. Fine. Can we use I or we with will? The answer is yes. If we are giving threat, if we are giving promise, if there is a strong determination. Right? It is a determination. For example, I will do my work. I will do my work. I will beat you. I will climb this mountain. So this is like if threat, promise and determination, we have to use I with we will. Fine. The same thing here it is refer with the bookish language. You can read it. Fine. Now, if it is a simple future, fine. If it is a simple future, we have to use shall and will as the comparatively. If it is a progressive, we have to use shall and will plus be is a helping verb. Main verb will remain same with main verb first form. Fine. With main verb fourth form, that is first form plus ing. Fine. Here, if it is a future tense, it is describing what? It is describing the terms of future. So, in the future tense, we are using different kind of forms of verb, that is shall and will. And I have explained you whichever we have to use the shall, where we have to use will. Fine. You can read it. You can take the screenshot of it. I am standing here. You can read the bookish language as well. Done? Okay. So what future tense is describing? Future tense is describing something about the future. Fine. It can be simple. It can be progressive. It can be perfect. It can be perfect, perfect continuous. Now future tense, subject is will and won't. Negative is won't. Rest of the sentence, you tomorrow night. Now, I am talking about the thing. I'm taking the example of the book language. Fine. Now, if we have seen that it future can be indefinite. Fine. Future can be perfect, or you can say indefinite continuous. future can be perfect, and future can be perfect continuous. Fine. So I have told you we have to use shall ya will. Fine. Continuous, shall or will plus be, perfect, shall or will plus have, perfect continuous. Please do the crux one, right? Shall or will plus have plus be. Fine. Main verb here will remain main verb first form, main verb fourth form, main verb third form, and main verb fourth form. This you have to remember for the future one. The rest will be completed by the time. So we have to do examples. We have to do the example. So my friends that dash the prime minister yesterday. My friends dash the prime minister yesterday. My friends see, sees, have seen, are seeing. Yesterday means the action has already been happened. So my friends have seen the prime minister yesterday. No. Tell me in the comment section. Tell me in the comment section. Fatafat. Okay. I have told you with the yesterday I am getting the past example. Fine. Okay. Okay. My friends saw the prime minister yesterday. Yesterday means the past thing. So that is why have, are, sees is wrong. Saw. Got it? Now, another one. I dash in the school since 1975. I have been studying in the school since 1975 because time is mentioned. If time is mentioned, perfect continuous, perfect present continuous, or present perfect continuous, or past or future. So here is the present perfect continuous. Fine. Next example. The lamp has dash out. The lamp has it means perfect. Perfect with the perfect we have to use main verb third form. So that is why gone out. Fine. I dash him here yesterday. I expected him here yesterday. I'm expected him yesterday is there. I was expecting हो सकता था, but I expected him here yesterday. Fine. Next, my brother dashed the BA examination this year. My brother has passed the BA examination this year. This year. Fine. Now, the some questions are there. For example, like these questions in the presentation you have to solve. Now tell me the example. Okay, so hope you have done this. Tell my brother dashed the MBA examination this year. I need this answer in the comment section. So I'm saying you in the comment section, do comment me the same thing. Fine. Give me the answer. Now, this is your topic, that is homework. And the homework questions, we have done a lot of exercise. For example, one exercise, second, third, fourth, and fifth, sixth, seventh. So these are your homework questions. Fine, this is the part of your homework only. You have to complete it, and after completing it, do tell me if you have any doubt, because this was one short video, and for the detailed video I have done with the all the concept. But just a suggestion, go and watch the 10th class tenses video as well, because both the videos will be very beneficial for you. By the time, thank you so much, it means a lot to me. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.